All right, so today we're gonna start kind of mixing all the rules together. So we're gonna make a little cheat sheet. I highly suggest writing this down to make your life easier. So multiplying like bases, when I abbreviate, I'm gonna call it MLB. Multiplying like bases, you either have a dot or you have usually two sets of parentheses. Sometimes you do have one set, but other times you don't. When you're multiplying like bases, you add your exponents and you multiply your constants. So if I had like 2x times 4x squared, you would multiply your constants to get an 8. You would add your exponents, and remember there's a 1 there, so you would get x to the third. So you gotta know multiplying like bases is either a dot or parentheses. Power to power, I'm gonna abbreviate P2P. That is always gonna be one set of parentheses, but there's gonna be an exponent on the outside. That's what delineates MLB from P2P. This has an exponent, this one does not. So when you have power to power, you multiply the exponents, and for the constants, you have to remember to, I'm going to abbreviate, remember to put a 1 on your constants. So like if you had 6x to the third, you got to remember a 1 goes here, and then your 2 would go to both numbers, so it would be 6 to the second, x to the sixth, and that would go to 36. But I ran out of room, so I'm not going to write that. Quotient rule is going to be abbreviated QR. That's always going to be when you have a fraction bar. So whenever you see a fraction bar, it's the quotient rule. You subtract your exponents, and your constants, you just simplify the fraction. And the 0th power, basically what you have to remember is 0th power, you really don't need any of this, goes to 1. So like 6 to the 0th is 1, x to the 0th is 1. If you had x squared y to the 0th, that goes to 1, so you're left with x squared. So make sure you have this written down. These are going to be the two hardest ones, but if you remember that power to power is always a parenthesis with a little exponent on the top, you should be fine.